Hey guys, welcome to this week's episode of the Cyclone Scuttlebutt. I'm Tommy, it's Randy, and we cover Iowa State sports for the Des Moines Register. And Randy, we got a ton to get to today. Iowa State is headed to the Alamo Bowl. The Cy-Hawk men's basketball game is coming up. But before we get to basketball, let's talk about football. Randy, it's big news. Iowa State's headed to the Alamo Bowl to play Washington State. This is a really good game, a really good matchup, isn't it?
It is. I mean, you're going to have two good quarterbacks. Washington State's quarterback, Gardner Minshew, leads the country. Washington State leads the country in passing yards. They score a lot of points. I think their defense is a little bit underappreciated, but their defense is okay. Plus, you've got Mike Leach, the ever-quotable Mike Leach. So, yeah, it's interesting. And I was happy. I was delighted that Iowa State got picked for the Alamo Bowl, not just because it's Iowa State. I was delighted because it's the Alamo Bowl over the Camping World Bowl. I've done some bowls in Orlando, and it's so spread out. Fans have, they go. It's tough for fans to get places in Orlando, whereas in San Antonio, it's like going to Kansas City, the Power and Light District.
Sure.
You just go to the Riverwalk and bam, you're there. It's a great matchup.
All right, now on to the other news.
Yeah.
Iowa State men's basketball, Cy-Hawk game, Iowa City. This is going to be a huge test for Iowa State's young, talented players. They played on the road. They played in the Maui Invite, but this is going to be their first real, true, tough road test.
And Iowa fans are going to despise them. They are, and that's not just because of George Niang blowing the kiss. I mean, it goes along with the Iowa State fans. When Iowa plays in Ames, Iowa State fans despise Iowa. So that's to be expected. Yeah, the freshmen are going to have to not lose their heads because the fans will get into them. Taylor Horton-Tucker is going to have to shoot it. He's been in a horrible shooting slump over the last 3 games. He's going to have to score. Cam Lard's going to have to pick up his minutes a little bit, pick up his pace a little bit. Maybe the teammates are going to have to recognize him a little bit more in the offense. But how do you think it's going to come out? What do you think is going to happen? I don't want you to pick a winner.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a close game. But the guys I'm really looking to are Nick Weiler-Babb, Michael Jacobson, the experienced guys that that have been in those big games, and they can be the guys that you lean on in this situation while those young guys are kind of getting their feet wet. Horton-Tucker hasn't shot well, but I don't think Iowa State needs him to shoot real well. I think they need him to be efficient when he shoots, but look, he doesn't have to drop 20, 25. That's what Cy-Hawk, Babb, and Jacobson are there for.
Jacobson, talking about Mike Jacobson, my golly, is there anybody, okay, an MVP of the team so far? Okay, Cy-Hawk has got the stats, but my gosh, Mike Jacobson is right there with him. But anyway, Cy-Hawk, Iowa State at Iowa tomorrow, Carver Hawkeyes, 7 o'clock. The Alamo Bowl's coming up, and we'll delve into that as we get closer to it in a month or so. But first things first, tomorrow night in Carver Hawkeyes. So for the Des Moines Register and DesMoinesRegister.com, he's Tommy Birch, and I'm Randy Peterson.